Hi, I'm Sean Gannon, and this is Minute Math. And let's find the angle of x fast. So, like always, you're given this problem here that you want to solve. We have a nice geometric figure, and we want to find the angle of x. Now you have to pull out some knowledge that you may have learned in geometry or forgot. So, let's go dive in and solve for x here. Alright, first things first, I'm going to look at my triangle, ABC. Okay, we know it's a right triangle here, we have a degree of 20. This segment AC has a length of 14. Let's go find the midpoint. And estimate, it's about here. Let's call it E. Now, if it's a midpoint here, that means either side length of that midpoint is, well, congruent. We're supposed to have that, right? Do that, and they each have a side length of 7. And as you can tell, the green is what was given to us. Well, now, what can I do with this information? Well, I can connect a line from E to B. Right here. Connect a line from E to B. But I wish I knew what that length was. Now, we're going to draw some information, and what do we remember about rectangles? If I draw a little rectangle right here, okay, draw the rectangles, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. If we, well, connect the opposite angles, we see that they intersect each other, okay, and actually they bisect each other, these two lines from the opposite corners, okay, and they're all congruent, okay. With that knowledge, how does that help us here? Well, we need to create a rectangle from what we have shown. How do we do that? Well, what I'm going to do is really kind of make a little right angle here. Actually, I'll try to make a line, makes it a little easier here. Imagine that's a right angle. Right angle here. Boom, boom. And this whole one's a right angle. I won't draw that. Not drawn to scale. Discontinued on, it should go to here. So it's somewhere here. Down. But what that tells us here, though, that the bisecting lines, right, cut each one in half, meaning this length here, this line, is also a 7. Now, since this here is a 7 and this is a 7, triangle AEB is an isosceles triangle, AEB, meaning these angles 20 here should also be 20 here. These are also congruent. So we have an angle of 20 degrees right here. And what that tells us then, if we know this is a right angle, right, they add up to be 90 degrees, 90 minus 20, then EBC should be a good old 70 degrees as well. Now let's keep finding some angle measurements as much as we can. Let's kind of dive on over here. If this is 20 and this is 20, we know all triangles have to add up to be 180 degrees. So we have angles, put it out here, A, E, B. Angle A, E, B is getting complicated. Has to add up to be 100 or 180 minus these two 20s, which is 40. So that's gonna be 140 degrees. Well, then with that information, we can find what BEC are. Angle BEC, remember that has to add up to be 180 across that line. Well, if this is 140 minus 180, that gives us a good old 40 degrees here. Keeping on, we have BEC equal to 40. We know EBC is equal to 70. I guess I should put that here. Angle EBC equals 70 degrees. What about angle ECB? We're getting all these angle measurements here. ECB, again, that has to add up to 180 within a triangle. Hopefully you remember that. So 180 minus 70 is 110, minus a 40 gives me another 70 degrees. Okay, so we have 70 degrees right here. We have 70, 70, 40, or where can we go from there? All right. Well, 180 degrees across a line again. So if angle ECB is 70, that means angle DCB. DCB has added to 180 here, so we have 110 degrees. not in the clear yet. So now we're so close to finding the value of x. But to get there, I need to find the angle of CDB first. If I can get that, I know the triangle has to add to 180. And this is where the 7 comes in. It's congruent to that 7, and right now we can see triangle. Let's note here, triangle. EBD is an isosceles triangle. Notice the side lengths are the same, meaning the angles down here are the same. So angle, oh, we already have it. Angle CDB is also 40 degrees. And again, now angle X, let's just call it that, has to add up to complete this triangle to be 180 degrees. We subtract a 110 from 180 and it gets us a 70 minus the 40, and we get good old 30 degrees. And so angle X came out to be just 30 degrees. Did you get 30 degrees? If so, way to go. If not, hey, I hope you learned something and now you can solve it on your own next time. If you have an idea for our next video, please let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And as always, thanks for watching.